Hello guys! Welcome to this new video on Bronco Crypto channel. Today's video is about a platform I invested in back in February 2022, so over 10 months ago. The project is called Validus. It's a project that I didn't give much importance to at first. However, I changed my mind, because over time it has proved to be one of the most long-lasting, solid and probably sustainable projects I've ever invested in. In this video, I'm going to present the project, therefore the peculiarities of Validus and in particular the earning mechanisms. Subsequently, I will illustrate the results I have obtained so far, bearing in mind that my investment started in February 2022. I will also provide you with a brief guide on how to register for the project, deposit and purchase your first membership. Before starting with the content of the video, a short disclaimer to remind you that I am not a financial advisor, nor am I your financial advisor. I'm an investor, and I'm also a content creator for YouTube. In these videos, I share my experience. If you think the project is interesting, you will find in the description of the video the link to access the platform and register. However, I always urge you to do your own research and due diligence. If you decide to invest, only do so with money you can afford to lose. Remember that they are risky projects that could lead to the loss of your capital. To present the project to you, I used the most recent presentation shared by the Validus team. In these slides, the main characteristics of the project are presented, and in particular we will focus on the earning mechanisms. The project started in 2021, the company headquarters is in Dubai. The company is formed by a team of experts in the field of trading. The team consists of these three core members. However, I won't dwell on these details because they are not the subject of this video. Validus was born as a trading academy. So, the basic concept of Validus is that the members, therefore we investors, buy a membership that corresponds to an education package whose content is linked to the value of the purchased membership. The membership value varies from $50, a minimum investment, up to a maximum of $10,000. Depending on the level of the membership package we are going to purchase, we will have access to various levels of education offered by the project. In addition, Validus, in addition to offering us the opportunity to learn concepts and access valuable content, recognizes our commitment with a weekly reward that varies between 2 and 3% of the value of the membership we have purchased. The duration of the membership is 60 weeks. So for 60 weeks we're going to passively receive between 2 and 3%. In addition, if we do not withdraw, everything left on the platform will generate a further passive income through the compounding mechanism. So basically, if we don't take and leave profits in compounding, we can hit 100% ROI after about 30 weeks. While, after 60 weeks, we will have more than tripled our investment. The possibilities of passive income with Validus are not only linked to the purchase of membership, but can be supplemented by further earnings that we can obtain if we decide to form a network. Through the network, we can earn further through the direct bonus, the network bonus, the residual matrix, and on the renewals of our team memberships. However, this last possibility is reserved for those who manage to generate a truly exaggerated network. On all directs, we're going to earn 10% of the package they bought. The affiliate system is based on the binary system. We could choose where to place the various team members. Left leg or right leg. Weekly we will earn 10% of the volume generated by the weaker leg. If our team members after their registration go to buy a new package, we will get a bonus equal to 10% of its value. In this slide, however, I highlight something very important. Each membership lasts 60 weeks. However, the profits that can be generated from a single membership are not infinite, but are linked to a maximum of 500% of the value of the membership. If we have structured ourselves with an important network and we want to continue to passively obtain the profits of the network, we must purchase a new package which ensures us to obtain a new maximum profit equal to 5 times the value of the new package purchased. The residual matrix is a privilege for those who manage to structure themselves with an important network after purchasing a $5,000 package and managing to have a network with a minimum volume of $15,000. He will earn $1 a day from each of the members who make up his matrix. This slide summarizes one of the concepts that guarantee the sustainability of the project. Everything we get from the network is not assigned directly to our wallet, but is divided with a 70-30 mechanism. 70% of the network's profits go into our active wallet and we can dispose of it however we like. 30%, on the other hand, is retained by Validus and is released over a period of 13 months. If on the one hand we are penalized because we don't have this 30% right away, on the other hand, Validus rewards us by releasing a further 30% over the course of 13 months. I will show you then, in my case, how this system is working. Withdrawals can only be made in Bitcoin. Withdrawals must be requested only between 7 p.m. on Thursday and 7 p.m. on Friday. The withdrawal processing time is approximately 48 hours. The minimum withdrawal is $30, and there is a 5% withdrawal fee. The following slides illustrate further rewards for those who really managed to build an exaggerated network, on which I won't dwell further. In this slide, I have summarized the main concepts of the project. Validus was born as a trading academy in 2021. Investors can buy a membership whose value goes from $50 up to a maximum of $10,000. Through membership, in addition to accessing high-value content related to the Trading Academy, investors receive a return weekly ranging from 2 to 3%. Each membership lasts 60 weeks. From each membership you can get a maximum profit equal to 5 times the value of the purchased membership. Additional profits can be made by networking. In particular, one receives 10% of what each direct has invested. Profits are distributed weekly by Thursday. The deposit can be made using multiple cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDT. Withdrawals can only be requested between 7 p.m. Thursday and 7 p.m. Friday. The withdrawal execution time is approximately 48 hours. Withdrawals can only be made for Bitcoins with a minimum of $30, to which a 5% fee will be applied. Welcome to my Validus dashboard. The dashboard summarizes exactly the status of my investment. I purchased a $50 pack, like the symbol here on the right. To date I have received profits equivalent to 83 points. To better understand what these profits are, let's move through the side menu. First, let's enter the transaction section. Here we can see the date of my investment, February 2, 2022. I deposited $50 and purchased a $50 membership. Membership alone has given me a return of $49 to date. The package lasts for 60 weeks. 43 have passed. I will receive profits for another 17 weeks. In this section there is evidence of my deposit. I haven't made any withdrawals yet, but I will soon. In the transaction section, we can see what the return of my passive 30% of the network is. We will better understand what it is by going to the bonus section. Here is a summary of all the profits we have made in Validus, such as my rewards from my package. Now, if we go to the last page, we can observe that since I started on February 2, 2022, I have continued to receive my profits weekly. From then on, I didn't pick up and leave everything in compounding. So my 2-3% is not only given by the value of the package, but the profit I left on the platform by compounding is also added to the value of the package. The value of what goes into the compound grows as earnings grow, up to current week, in which we can appreciate that the value of the compound I have on the platform is equal to $83. My network consists of only one active member, who has invested $100. Of the equivalent 10%, $7 are already in my active wallet, while $3 will be awarded to me over 13 weeks with an additional 30% profit. From the network I don't get bonuses, because I only have active members in the left leg. My right leg is hollow, so it's the weakest and generates zero volume. Consequently, the profits of the network will be zero. I don't have access to the residual matrix because I didn't buy the $5,000 package, nor do I have a $15,000 volume network. Let's see better what happened to the $3. My direct subscribed in April. 30% of the 10% that he invested, so $3, comes back to me monthly for 13 months. So, I'll get 10% a month for 13 months until I hit $3.90. Therefore, the Validus recognizes us 30% more of the value it withheld. Now, the whole cycle lasts 13 weeks. I am currently 4 away from receiving all associated profit. If we go to Wallet, we can see what is the state of my finances. I currently have $9.70 in direct network rewards. These $9.70 are at my disposal. I can transfer them to the cash wallet and proceed with a withdrawal. My rewards wallet is about $83. I can manage them as I want. For example, I can move them to the cash wallet and proceed with a withdrawal. Or, after having moved them to the cash wallet, I can proceed with the purchase of a new package. I will make a video dedicated to the withdrawal to show you all how well the platform works. In the packages section, we can look at the various packages available. The basic package costs $50, which pays us back 2-3% weekly, up to 60 weeks or up to 5 times the value of the package. This condition here is valid for all packages, regardless of their value. So, whether you buy the $50 package or the $10,000 package, you will always receive 2-3% weekly for 60 weeks or until you reach 5 times the value of the package. The Academy section allows us to access the Trading Academy. This section is very interesting and full of content. Zooms dedicated to the world of trading are also held weekly. After presenting the project, let's now see what is needed to be able to register, deposit and purchase the first membership. Via the link you find in the video description, you have access to this landing page. This is the starting point for registering on Validus. You need to enter your name, a username, email, country of residence, choose a password, fill in the CAPTCHA and go. Registration is very simple. I won't go further because they are truly elementary steps. After registering, you will have access to your dashboard, which will look very similar to mine, except that I already have an active package. One important thing I want to tell you is to enter real data, as the platform can request KYC upon withdrawal. Another important thing is to enable Google Authenticator. The process is simple. Here you will have a QR code to scan with the Google Authenticator app installed on your mobile phone, and after entering the 6 digits that will appear on your mobile phone, you're done. After completing these elementary steps related to registering on Validus, let's now see what is necessary to do in order to make the first deposit and purchase membership. From our dashboard, by clicking on the top-up button, we have access to the deposit portal. We must select how much we want to deposit, for example $100, and we have the possibility to choose between 2 deposit methods: through cryptocurrency or using the Validus wallet. I used cryptocurrencies. On this page we have to fill in our data, enter our email, choose the token we want to invest in. In my case, I use USDT on TRC20 network. The platform tells us exactly when we need to deposit. Always send a few cents more. At this point we receive the QR code and the wallet address to which to send our USDT via the TRC20 network. This coin payments platform is an interface between Validus and our exchange. Our funds are transferred to Coin Payments. Subsequently, the world-famous Coin Payments will then send the 100 USDT to Validus. The fee that is paid to Coin Payments for the service is equal to this figure of very few thousandths. Let's always remember that to this total, when we go to withdraw from Binance, we must add the fee of the TRC20 network. The last action after the deposit is to purchase the membership. The USDT will be delivered to our Validus account after 15 minutes or half an hour. Going to our wallet, we will find the balance available in the cash wallet. To purchase the membership, go to Packaging, select the membership we want to purchase, click on Purchase. From now on, the membership is active and we have access to the Trading Academy. Furthermore, we will be able to monitor the rewards that we are going to receive on a weekly basis within the platform. That said, I conclude the video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or concerns about Validus, I invite you to contact me on the Telegram channel. Thank you all.